Our coach, Broncos are coming off a split up in St. Cloud. You take 4 of 6 from the Huskies this year, a team that is, routinely given the Broncos some fits. What were the big differences there between the Friday and the Saturday performances?
Well, I think certainly we thought we actually played a solid game on Friday night, Adam, and that's hard to say when you lose 5-1. But if you take a look at the shots, I think they ended up 23-22, somewhere in that 24-23, somewhere in that range. They were very close. The scoring chances by our analytics, we outchanced them 16-13. So certainly a failure to score more than one goal. You're not going to win many games if you don't score more. And then there were some goals on the other side that we needed some saves or needed to make a better play in certain situations with a pass or whatever. But, I think certainly on Saturday, you could sense it in the room. There was a real level of determination. I mean, we call Saturdays resilient Saturdays. No matter what's happened Friday, you got to be real resilient on Saturday. I thought our preparation was very serious all day. You had a group of grumpy hockey coaches. You had some grumpy players and just weren't pleased with the outcome on Friday. So I thought it was real good focus. And, we responded every time that they would get a goal, we'd bounce right back. And, certainly the effort that the guys put in. I mean, there were phases, Adam, in the second period where it's probably the best I've seen a Bronco hockey team play. I mean, we completely hemmed St. Cloud in. Our forecheck was aggressive. Our defense were stepping up and closing gaps before the red line. We were getting some great line changes. We were getting guys on and off the ice and trapped them in the zone on one of the goals. Mikey's second goal was a direct result of us capitalizing and catching tired players on the ice on the part of St. Cloud. So determined effort, guys stuck with it, and he scored the tying goal with about 20 seconds left, and then the first shift of overtime to get the winner. It was a great feeling. It was a pretty happy room after the game, and when I walked into the guys afterwards, I just said, guys, that was never in doubt, was it? I mean, we just finished an overtime game and it was going back and forth. It was a highly competitive game, a lot of pace, a lot of up and down ice, and the guys were skating for sure.
You have a really hot Minnesota-Duluth team coming into town this weekend. Things didn't go well for the Broncos up there. What adjustments do you see that you can make from the last series with them?
Well, I think certainly, again, Adam, it was a case on the first night. We didn't give ourselves a chance. We up in Duluth when we lost up there, we took 9 minor penalties, and you're having to kill 18 minutes of penalties in a hockey game. You're not getting enough time to play with the puck and play offense. And I think we got frustrated, and it's something that in terms of penalties, and I'm touching wood here, we've had a good handle on our penalties this year, done a much better job with our overall team discipline without losing anything from our aggressive play. So certainly penalties are key. They've got a good power play, and you need to be smart in that aspect. And they play hard. They compete. They're going to finish checks. We got to expect that and deal with it. And we're the same type of team. As you know, our matchups over the years with Duluth have been tremendous. And certainly they've been back and forth games and physical. I thought the second game in Duluth, we played real well. We limited them to 20 shots on net. Again, a case where we had a lot of opportunities early, and even in the third period, guys didn't stop. Even when the score was 4-1, we pulled our goalie and guys were going for it there. So totally different game on Saturday. We stayed out of the box and 5-on-5. And if we get power play opportunities, we're a dangerous team. So liked our effort in that second game, and we need to bottle some of that and some of the game that we had the second game in St. Cloud. Be prepared to compete this weekend against them.
And then, before we let you go here, today it was announced the new playoff format for the NCHC, single elimination and all up in Grand Forks, North Dakota. Just, share your thoughts about that. And, obviously it's a unique situation for it to be done.
Well, that news just came up before we started this conversation. I'm sorry, I heard it from you. And Grand Forks, again, I think they'll have limited fans there, but, it's a great venue, great place to play. We're going to have all 8 teams from our league there, and it's open hockey. It's an open season. One game determines it all. So it's not a case of needing to win a playoff series. And in our league, any team in our league is capable of beating another team on a given night. So, our key focus is just, finishing the season strong here, go into the playoffs feeling good about our group and our energy level and our belief in our team, and then get there and be prepared to play a 60-minute game. And once that one's done, park it and move on to the next one. But it's going to be exciting for sure.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, Mikey, thanks for joining us. Safe to say, Friday, not your best game. You personally, what was the difference between Friday and Saturday?
Big difference, I would say, is just being more prepared, being ready mentally, and getting engaged in the game. From the start on Friday, I wasn't feeling the puck well. I wasn't moving my feet enough. And I think on Saturday, after talking to Coach, got me riled up a little bit, and I was just ready from the get-go.
You're more known as a guy with a bomb of a shot. The first 2 goals of your hat trick were just tap-ins. I mean, obviously the first one, Ethan doesn't make it, or Ethan makes it very easy for you. But that second one, talk about when to kind of jump into the play and you see an avenue to try to score up close.
On the second one, the St. Cloud forward, he was pretty high, and I could tell he wasn't really knowing where I was at. And Cole was moving his feet well, getting right out of the corner, and right when he had full possession, and I could see that we were like locking eyes, and that was my turn to get right to the net, and I knew he would find me.
When's the last time you scored a hat trick?
I believe I never have, actually.
Well, it's the first. So obviously, you're informed after the game that you became the first defenseman in the history of the NCHC to score a hat trick. How did that feel when that news was broken to you?
It was pretty surreal. I honestly never thought that I would get a hat trick. I believe last year in freshman year, I had 2 goals all year, and they were both in the same game. So I definitely had time to do it then, but it was never really in my mind that I got to get a hat trick. I was, we were down, we just needed to win, and I was just trying to find a way to help us win. But it definitely feels great.
Very hot and tough Minnesota-Duluth team coming in here this weekend. Had a couple of losses up there earlier a couple weeks ago. What did you see from those games, and what can you learn to find success this weekend?
The first game against them Friday night, actually it was Saturday, but we didn't come out great. We had a slow start, and it's hard to, when you go down like 3 goals, it's really hard to come back from that. So I think we just need to focus up and have a hot start and just be detail oriented and play hard, because every time we play them, they're usually close games.
It's a weird season, but it's winding down here with 3 home games in the next couple of weeks to finish things off. I just, what have your overall thoughts been about this year and how you've had to navigate all these hoops and obstacles?
It's definitely been weird. It's not our normal season. No, not a lot of lunatics in there. We just got the cardboard cutout, so it's definitely hard playing in front of no fans. But it's been great to actually be able to play, because most kids, most teams can't actually play, and we're very fortunate to play right now in the NCHC and all of college. But it's been great. It's definitely been an experience, that's for sure, especially with the bubble. But just definitely thankful that we actually got to play this year.
All right, thanks for joining us, Mikey.
Thank you.